All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Forever Sevens virtual open mic. Ooh. We're here on random Mondays, so make sure you follow us on Eventbrite so you can stay up to date with our event. We have an amazing feature for tonight, Terri. So yeah, we're gonna do the open mic list and then we will hear some words from our feature. All right, so I have a poem. Today we're focusing on the art of storytelling or good puns. The irony of that is that I am not full of good puns. All right, so I am going to read a poem that I wrote late, not too long ago. Okay. What do you do when you watch your loved one wither away? Do you leave or stay? Do you watch the phases of death day by day, or do you run and play deaf to the violence of death? Is death violent? Do you begin to lose sight of the vibrant colors? Do you suffer in silence, in silent corners? Do you hold onto those feelings like hoarders? Do colors lose their potency? Do you turn into the enemy? Do you unsolve problems for the frenemies? Do you feel alone, like no friend can see the pain, rehabilitation, and the losses? Do you carry that pain like it's your secret sauce and wake up to recapture what you've lost? What do you do when you watch your loved one wither away? Do you leave or stay? Do you grieve or save that for another day because they aren't here to see another day? What's left to say? Nothing left but to pray. But how can you pray to someone who didn't give them another day? How can you pray for another day when day by day you are looking for a way out? Quicksand has you halfway in and halfway out. Stillness feels like the only way out. And even while you drink water, you feel the drought, and these things start to consume your way out. And where's the exit? And life was so pleasant and help, and don't leave, and no tricks left up the sleeve. And can't you see I'm grieving? Leave me with these things, and this is mine, and this is mine, and I win. And when will the grieving end?
Wow. Yes.
Wow, yes. Grieving doesn't end. Sorry.
Wow.
Hate to tell you that.
That was some hot bars right there. Wow.
Thank you. I guess that poem was focusing on one of our themes tonight, the art of storytelling. Yeah. Yes. So who do we have next? Cynthia, are you going to tell us a story?
Okay, let's see. I'll bring you something different.
We got polls on here now. What is happening?
What's that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, there are all sorts of things you can do on here. Yeah, ask people how they like it and what they want next. Okay, in the hot tub from last month. Surrounded by womb-like water, pummeling my aching joints, surrounding me with the joy of heat in wet motion, my body thanks me. When I can barely stand and walk upright, I have no problem clambering into the hot tub. I have it turned up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Most days I'm alone this time. I am alone this time around. Others did not get the memo that this was not just a center, but also a spa. Poor dears. One came out in a t-shirt and undies, but that was one day, no further takers. I'd rather like community alone in the tub. It is wonderfully meditative time. Praises to Sue God and to the God of your understanding. And let's see, what else do I have? Also from Reno, same time. I went to Reno last week, end of October. They have had chilly weather already, thus the leaves are turning. It looked a bit like early fall in New England. In the mountains surrounding the city are snow-capped. The mountains surrounding the city are snow-capped. We were visited by 4 wild horses out front of the house on my first day there. The building is such that the horses are losing their fodder. Last time I was there, some 6 months ago, it was a field of alfalfa, acres of it behind the center where I stayed. Now that field is new housing and the horses are left to wander streets. It's heartbreaking. Let's see. No, that doesn't do it.
Cynthia is taking a moment. A shout out to the ones who have been here from like day one, Matho and Jenny. Anytime that I have an event, I know that I have your support, like physically or spiritually. So thank you, for supporting the events that we are hosting. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Yes.
Sweet. Okay, I got one more. I can feel the chills of autumn settling in my bones. And this was from September. I can feel the chills of autumn settling in my bones. Not 3 days ago, I was sweating each time I stepped outdoors. The next day, the winds turned brisk. Last night, I had the biomat on. This morning, I turned it up. That 140 degrees Fahrenheit felt good. Yesterday, or perhaps in the wee hours of this morning, I entered that realm of suicidality, that realm that says, perhaps I don't have to suffer through another winter. Why don't I just quit? Well, for those of you who want to see me stick around, have no fear. I have enough spitefulness. I have enough spitefulness in me to plan to be around until I've made arrangements to make sure that my ex-wife is not benefiting from my death. And since that is not really at the top of my priorities right now, yeah, I'll probably be around for a good long freaking time. But I'll tell you, I can feel the cold gripping onto my bones. The chill creeps in and settles, twining itself, cramping muscles, making a body feel uncomfortable, not relishing another winter, but not ready to pick up and move to a tropical paradise yet either. So I shall continue, one foot in front of the other. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, that probably ran my time.
Wow. That was good.
The art of storytelling, okay? Chanson, how you feeling?
I'm always feeling like sharing poetry, so
What was that chuckle about? Hold on. Can we address that chuckle for a moment before you get into the poetry? These are new sound effects.
I go through many emotions during the day, so right now I'm feeling good. So
okay, all right. So that's what that chuckle is about. As a co-host, I need to know.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you checking in on me. I really do. All right, so I'll share an acrostic poem, and then I'll share 2 or maybe 3 haiku. Devastated me from the first time I saw you. Emptied me of every drop of happiness with a few glimpses of hope. Patronized me with degrading comments. Ravaged me from within, but I still hold on. Entertainment was no longer enjoyable. Sweets and fried foods became a constant companion. Streams of tears became oceans of misery. I feel hopeless most days. On my TV are shows designed to trigger a laugh. Never would I have thought I'd have something I love to hate.
Wow. And for those of you who may be watching on our YouTube channel or here live, Chanson, what is an acrostic poem?
An acrostic poem is like when you have a word on the side and each line starts with a letter of that word. So I spelled out depression.
Yeah. Heavy. The art of storytelling. Yeah. Yes, not
Um,
only did you spell out depression, but everything, it was all, a collection. Like it all makes sense together,
thank-
you know? Yeah.
yeah. All right, so I have um two, maybe three haiku to share. I'm at my count now is 1816.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Um, so um
So I'm not tooting my own horn, but toot. So, so for
uh
those of you who don't know, Chanson is working on breaking the record for the most haikus written.
yes, I think the most written was 10,300, and my goal is 11,111. So that's my goal. So I like to stick with it. So yeah, just continue to root me on. I only wrote one today, which is weird, but um yeah, I'll do my best. Okay, so I'll share three. Haku, you're my love candy. You speak joy to my taste buds. Your love is gourmet. Um, Haku, I like Corona, no pun intended. That is, just give me cold brew. And last one, struggling to be me, want to hide three times daily, working on myself. Oh, let me give you one more because I don't want to leave you on a bad
Thank you.
note. Love's lust on steroids, giving strength to one's weak heart while weakening minds. Thank
Mm, wow. Thank you, Chanson.
you. No problem. Thank you.
All right. So I think it's that time where we introduce the lovely feature for tonight. I don't know much about Terri, but what I do know is that she is good people. I was working on the 17 Day 17 Artist Challenge in September. And sometimes when things are placed on my heart for me to do, I don't really have the full vision yet. Like I'm just being obedient. So I'm grateful, to God for him, to bring Terri toward and in my path and just align us together because she didn't ask any questions. It was just like, okay, what are you doing? What do you need? Cool, done. So I'm happy to extend this platform to you and, blessings, blessings, blessings.
Thank you.
Yes.
Also,
Woo!
I
Yay!
I have a lot of thank yous, but maybe I should wait to the end since I don't know who is going to wind up coming in. So I'll start off with my Killer Chipmunk poem. Normally, these little guys are adorbs, but people forget that they are not pets of yours. Children and adults alike must be warned. These mammals are not logical. They're not trained. They're wild and not vaccinated. Should you get too close and receive a painful bite, get yourself to a hospital before you lose your life. The woods contain other things like chiggers and ticks, but rabies can be deadly. So remember to be safe because angry chipmunks can be dicks. So that was one of my most
Yeah.
recent. Did you like that? I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty funny. Since the theme is supposed to be like kind of funny, so I had to go through and see what I had. I was looking for. I like to write about my dog, so we'll get to her in a minute. But I found these other three that kind of spurred the whole idea of me having like a catchphrase. So the catchphrase, you'll be able to pick it out. And I have 3 of these poems. This one's called A Planted Memory. I recently went to get piano lessons because I was trying to learn the song, The Baby Elephant Walk, because I remember my grandmother playing it on the piano. And I had this memory from when I was a young child, but there was a problem. My grandmother did not have a piano or demonstrate any musical talent whatsoever, according to her children. So who then was this mystery woman who I could see in my mind's eye playing so skillfully? I have no idea. That's the first one. Second one.
Someone begins.
Yeah.
Money. Money buys love. Money buys verdicts. Money is the root of all evil. Money is indispensable in society. Money, taxes, more money. It is impossible to get ahead in this country. Everything is corrupted. We shall die penniless after the government fleeces us all. What about all the rich people? Were they born with all that money? I think not. So what's the secret? I have no idea.
Ah!
Yes.
So, and so the third in that series is called Lust versus Love. Why do people fall in love? Lust is better. In the beginning, it's so great when your heart is beating out of your chest and you guys are texting and thinking about each other all the time. And you brush your teeth before you kiss and you shower before you have sex and you shave faces and lady parts and everything is so picture perfect. Brand new lacy underwear and men's underwear and cologne and perfume and dates. Why do we spoil it all by falling in love? I have no idea.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Oh my goodness. Wow.
The devil liked that point. Devil wants to fornicate. Anyway, we won't go there. But I have this one called Take Me to Church. I gotta find it because that one gives you a background into like a mind's eye into where my psyche is. And I have to find it. I have all these things marked off.
Shout out to James Spoken Word and Caroline Mentor and Frank Marshman that just joined. Welcome.
Hi.
Hey everybody. So we have 2 themes for tonight, the art of storytelling and puns. And right now, Terri is giving you all a run for your money on the theme of puns.
I'm gonna just read the one about my dog right now because for some reason I can't locate. Must be, you know what? It's probably in that other book. I've got so many journals going at the same time, and it's not in any particular order, so it's all over. So I'll just go, willy-nilly here. All right, my dog Violet. My dog Violet is a black and white spotty puppy, constant companion, duotone pattern, my Palomino puppy I wish I could ride. Jumpy quadruped, she tries to stand on hind legs, balancing on toes. Moo moo cow doggy, her 2 colors remind me, speckle, white and black. Her peers next door say Violet is a bad neighbor, barking night and day. My dog ate my food, bad girl, you know what you did, kissing me wet licks. Sorry, I gotta turn the page. I need a page turner. Trying to make up, no, it's not that easy. Put outside to think. Okay, it's my fault. Pancakes were left on the sink. Your sense of smell strong, too hard to resist. I try to think like a dog. Know this about me. Demanding my love, you sit there so pathetic, giving me those eyes. I should feel guilty for the crime I committed for not loving you. And that poem, you can read it reverse also. So I'm gonna just give that a go. For not
Yes.
loving you, For the crime I committed, I should feel guilty, giving me those eyes. You sit there so pathetic, demanding my love. Know this about me. I try to think like a dog, too hard to resist. Your sense of smell strong. Pancakes were left on the sink. Okay, it's my fault. Put outside to think. No, it's not that easy. Trying to make up. Kissing me, wet licks. Bad girl, you know what you did. My dog ate my food, barking night and day. Violet is a bad neighbor, her peers next door say. Speckled white and black, her two colors remind me. Moo moo, cow, doggy, balancing on toes. She tries to stand on hind legs, jumpy quadruped. I wish I could ride my Palomino puppy. Duotone pattern, constant companion, black and white, spotty buddy. My dog is Violet.
Yeah. I wish I could do
So
that.
that was great. The way, if you know what this was, you could do this, Chanson, because it's all haikus. All of these
What?
poems were haikus. I just ran it all together. There
wow.
were 11 haikus.
Wow.
So all you need
What?
to do to make this happen is it came really easy to me. It just came together. Was just I had a lot to say about my dog. So I just put it all down in haikus, and then I moved them in the way that they made sense all together. And then, there's not a lot of words that really have to get that confusing with haikus. So sometimes it just works when you read it the other way.
Yeah.
It
Good
was,
job.
I was just playing around like I do. Okay, I have this next one. Just tell me when I'm going over. The next one is called Naked. And these are haikus. There's 5 of them. My nakedness is hidden by fluffy writing, unexposed from view. Learning how to be comfortable in my skin, in dimly lit rooms. Bare skin exposes my most vulnerable self, soft in the middle. Telling my story to anyone who listens, wearing heart on sleeve. Stripped down to bones, skin lay crumpled on the floor, words flay like a knife.
Yes.
That one's Naked.
Yeah.
And then I have one that's pretty funny called Don't Be a Karen.
Oh, Lord.
Ready for this? My son tells me, Mom, don't be a Karen. I say, what the heck is that? He says, it's a white middle-aged lady who complains about everything. And I got into the story about what happened in the Family Dollar when I tried to buy a bag of dog food off the shelf, and I was told that I could not buy it. It was not supposed to be there. I said to the lady in the store, I don't understand. They said it was ringing up to be a penny. I said, I was good with that, and they refused to sell it to me. I couldn't just get over this, but I did. I just brought a smaller bag. Okay, I was there again a week or 2 later, and there was a paper handwritten sign that said, please don't leave the carts here. After I finished with the cart, I didn't know where I was supposed to leave it. So I did just what the sign said not to do. And this angered the girl who I guess wrote the sign, and she took the cart and pushed it as hard as she could into the other carts. I was reminded of the time when I was working with the physically and mentally disabled. And the guy did the exact same thing when he was angry that I was having a short conversation with a person from my son's school that just happened to be shopping there. I calmly walked over and growled at him, and we both started laughing. Somehow, I don't think I would have the same reaction with the woman in the Family Dollar.
Yes.
I have lots of those kinds of stories, but I'm not bringing them all here tonight.
Oh, shout out to Dumbo Beth that's here.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I kind of like sent a whole bunch of links out while you guys were reading your stuff. I don't know if I want to go serious. Let me keep it light, I guess. I have
Well,
some
wherever
things
you-
that
Go wherever you want to go right now.
Two.
Well said.
I'm gonna do hopeful. I'm gonna do a hopeful one now, because then there's other ones that are not so hopeful.
Okay.
This is called The City That Never Sleeps, and I did this in a workshop to a painting. So I forget what that's called when you look at a painting and write a poem. Acrostic or
Acrostic.
acrostic. Okay, this is from an acrostic poem. The city that never sleeps has been forced to rest, shut down. This is not a test. The sky's cadmium red and yellow, phthalo, purple signal glows at the day's end. The sign, there's a chance to begin again, to redeem myself, a chance to right wrongs I may have committed, a chance for forgiveness from those who I have hurt, a reminder of God's mercy, looking at the canvas of Adonai, hues of the creator, magic of our maker, jewel tones unlike any man-made, the promise of a better day.
Hey.
Yes.
I like every now and then I get a little like hopeful stuff in there. I also wrote this as interesting. This is called Living Like a Tree. And this is another poem that I can go backwards and forwards with, but I think I'm just going to read it forwards. My hands always, what?
I said, what?
Don't.
I
You
gotta
want me
hear
to read it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I will. My hands always busy, my mind always working, my body always moving, no time to rest, have to keep moving. Death will come in its time now, more sooner than later. Resting is for the dead. I will push on, I won't lay down and die. My will is stronger. Yes, a strong will should get me through this life despite its troubles. I will be planted and strong, like this tree, forever bending with the gales, storms, hurricanes of the world. I will not topple, I will flex, almost to break, but not breaking. Leaves will fall, branches may shed, but the purpose is to stand tall as a testimony to those who were cut down.
Mm.
Wow.
So the other way is to those that were cut down, to stand tall as a testimony. But the purpose is branches may shed, leaves will fall, but not breaking, almost to break. I will not topple, I will flex. Storms, hurricanes of the world, forever bending with the gales, like this tree, I will be planted and strong. This life, despite its troubles, should get me through. Yes, a strong will. My will is stronger. I won't lay down and die. I will push on. Resting is for the dead, more sooner than later. Death will come in its time now. I have to keep moving, no time to rest. My body always moving, my mind always working, my hands always busy.
Wow. Wow.
And that I did, Make It Make Sense workshop with Paul Conqueso. If he was, I sent him a link. I don't know if he's here.
That was good.
Then I have other, let's see. I like this one. I'll read this one. It's called Dreams. I put a dream in my pocket. I stumbled upon it among the pieces of glistening shells along the shoreline. I picked it up because it was forgotten. Did someone else lose it? Are they looking for it? Did some poor soul put an ad in the paper, lost and found, describing what it looked like and where they thought they lost it? Or did this belong to me? Something about it looks and feels familiar. I carefully put the fragments in my pocket to tend to later, as I am a fixer. When I get home, I will put it in the bucket where I collected all other recycled dreams, and they will be kept in a safe place waiting for me to remember them to become my reality.
Recycled dreams. Okay.
Should I keep going?
Yeah, you got some good feedback in the chat.
Oh, great. I have this poem that was a prompt that we were just kind of in a chat one night talking about how COVID is a jackass.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was grief is a jackass. the
Yeah.
conversation started with grief as a jackass, and then it went to, then I changed it to COVID as a jackass because, well, you'll hear in the poem why. COVID is a jackass. Ninja attacks from behind, defenseless victims. COVID's a jackass, taking our loved ones away. Unwelcome house guest, grief's paralyzing sadness stays, coming and going in waves. So that was a haiku and a tanka. But then you could read it backwards. You could also do this in reverse. Coming and going in waves, grief's paralyzing sadness stays, unwelcome house guests, taking our loved ones away. COVID's a jackass, defenseless victims, ninja attacks from behind. COVID's a jackass.
Yes. Oh, shout out to Nick.
Yeah, Got it.
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
What up, Jersey Trinity? How you doing? Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm chilling. Wait, hold up, one second. When you done?
Okay, I'm gonna do my thank you. Who's in here? I can't see who's in the chat. I'm gonna make sure there's people in here that I can, no, not everybody's in here. I don't know. I should do the thank you at the end. I'll do the thank you at the end.
You got a lot of people that came out to support you though.
Yes.
I thank you for everybody that's here.
Thank you. Thank you for being you. The puns, oh my goodness. We're communicating via email and you're like, I don't know if I have any puns. And then you come through tonight and it's just like pun after pun after pun. So yeah.
And I have stories that, I actually wanted to read this story about Take Me to Church. It was just want to locate it. I also have some more serious things. I marked it off. I think it's in my other book. I have another funny one. I'll read you this one called the Ferris Wheel. This one is also another workshop that Ron Mark Thompson was doing, and it was another acrostic poetry workshop. Ferris Wheel. Bless you, whoever that was. In the summer, the carnival would come to my church, red and white striped tents offering sausage and pepper hoagies, cotton candy, ices. I love the lemon ice, the 50-50, the beer tent, volunteers manning the booths. We were in the prime age for puberty. We were raging hormones. We stared at our classmates until our eyes fell out. All of us dumb, broke kids, no jobs, would beg for money from parents. They would get tired of us running back to them for more tickets. We loved the Ferris wheel most of all because when we got to the top, we were not seen. We didn't say it, but we longed with all our heart for our person to be there at the top with us, to kiss us. But that was the fantasy. In reality, when our desired one got on the ride with another, I would imagine a huge hand reaching out of the darkness to pluck off the unacceptable choice of my secret crush. I will be avenged. There's that. I gotta find the Take Me to Church one. That one's it's got to be in this book.
That one was hilarious though.
And I also have one about this wedding dress, but here I found the Take Me to Church. Everyone likes the wedding dress poem, so I'll read that one after this. This is good. This is my most favorite thing I ever wrote right here. When I was in 3rd grade, approximately 8 years old, I was mandatorily required to attend church every Sunday with my family. Children were to be seen and not heard. I could not voice my displeasure or risk getting a beating with a belt for back talking. That's code for having an independent thought, which was always risky and never fully understood. As I grew, I learned about the holy order and thought perhaps if I was good enough, God would take me in and save me from the sin in the rest of the world, which seems so apparent to me at the time. I tried to be good. I did everything the nuns told me. I prayed hard. I meditated on God's creation, but not his word, because that was only for the highly educated priests who had the calling and could interpret all that symbolic and secret language penned by the saints of God. I asked myself the question, could I be a saint? My family said, no way. Why was that idea so far out there? Weren't the priests and nuns at one time someone's sons or daughters? Were they not human or transformed into something greater? I would not give up my quest. I wore the scapula. It was blessed. And I was I was instructed that if I never took it off, that I would automatically go to heaven. So I told my mom when she asked me why I would never take it off. She seemed to be annoyed by my answer. My mom had a general annoyance with all things associated with the church at the time. She, for one, did not believe that we had to attend Catholic school. I remember my parents disagreeing about many things back then, before the divorce. However, I knew I had the calling, and no one was going to tell me otherwise. When I mentioned this to the Holy Order, they did not take it seriously. When I mentioned it to my mother, she just laughed and said, no woman in this family could ever be a nun. She said I would not understand this until I was much older. And my mother was right, I think, on that one.
So you got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes, Terri.
3 minutes. Oh man, should I do the thank you?
Should we hit up the open mic list and then let Terri close this out? Or how are you feeling?
Yeah, don't work. Don't work.
Okay.
Because I know you're waiting for specific people.
Well, only because they're mentioned in my thank you, but I don't know. I don't even have to read that one if they're not all in here, so that's okay. I already thanked everybody that came to see me and thanked you for the opportunity. Should I
Okay.
read one more?
Yeah. You can still
This
close
one
this out
is-
either way.
All right. There's an erotica book coming out, and I have a poem in. I have actually 3 poems in it, and this is one of those poems. And it's mild. My erotica is pretty mild, so this is called Escapade in the Rain. Cold, wet, rubbery seat of swing on deserted playground, not flexible enough to encompass me. 2 writhing, awkward lovers trying new sexual positions unsuccessfully. Chain of swing cutting into fleshy thighs as I wrap them around him, aiming for the drenched target, having so much fun out there in the downpour. I did not want to complain about the pain. It was so romantic, yet tragic in the rain. These are the kind of experiences I have, tragic, so.
Unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful and tragic. So it goes along with a pun theme.
We've all lived our life. So there's that. All right. On that note, co-host,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm handing the mic over to you. Okay, so are we who would like to present a piece, The Art of Storytelling? Oh, Cynthia has some. You know, when she said erotica, that's exactly who I was thinking of. I just couldn't get the name to like come from like.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
sharing Cynthia. I'm not sharing erotica as Cynthia though. Sorry. Yeah,
Yes,
no,
please.
because I have my what do you call it? VA tells me I have to separate my personas because of my young adult work. So yeah,
Yes.
hello, Cynthia Winfield has Sovereign Souls, and if you're interested, go on Instagram and look for Artemis 5-Ash.
Oh, cool.
Hey, all right.
Wow. All
Or
right.
Artemis Hunting, but Artemis 5 Ash is the link. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm learning a lot about you all tonight. All right. So Cynthia has lived her life as well. No judgment here. All right.
Hey, I'm in my 7th freaking decade.
I love to hear your stories, you know, so I'm not even I'm not even mad. Like I live
I haven't heard
vicariously
from Frank
through you.
tonight. Let's hear from Frank. He's awfully
Yes.
quiet.
Yeah. Up next, Frank.
We need comedy.
Oh, you don't like my jokes?
I'm
I
muted.
love your jokes.
No.
I love your jokes, but Frank makes you laugh.
No. Maybe there's a few people I don't recognize. So I'll give you my comedy channel, a couple shows at Broadway Comedy Club. Since I do comedy, it'd be nice if you can go off mute and they can see the laughter. That would help me a little bit. If you don't mind. So I'm gonna start off with a joke. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Cynthia, can you go off mute? Terry, Nick. See, I don't know if this joke's gonna work, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, you know, we're all having this debate about the coronavirus vaccine. And I heard this rumor about the side effects to coronavirus vaccine.
Uh-oh.
They said if the husband has the vaccine, the side effect is the wife loses her sex drive. Okay, that explains it. Now, I wasn't
I'm
sure if
laughing, but I'm not sure I get it.
well,
Yeah, I don't get it.
it's a joke. It's
I
basically
laughed at. I think I laughed at it before, but I'm not laughing this time. So try it again.
okay.
It's a joke.
Well, one of the rules of comedy is you take things that are totally unrelated and you make a joke about it. These things are so totally unrelated. So anyway, so yeah, so we're hearing about the side effects of coronavirus vaccine. I heard a rumor that if the husband has the vaccine, the side effect is the wife loses a sex drive. Now, I wasn't sure if
No
I should.
wonder they're not getting vaccinated. Woo!
Now, I wasn't sure if I should believe this or not.
Of
So
course.
just to be safe, yesterday I had my shot at 6 and sex at 2. Okay, I confess, I wrote that joke. I thought it was very funny. Turned out I was right. Now, I'm glad Dr. Fauci's not in the audience, because he'll just accuse you of spreading vaccine misinformation. So let's see. So last August, when I celebrated our 23-year anniversary, I was expecting to get a standing ovulation. Now,
You look a little old to be timing ovulation, sir.
it's just comedy. Now, I don't know how Linda feels about this, but I'm still carrying a photo of my ex. Now, when they say, Frank, what did you see in Linda? Well, she's attractive, she's sweet, she has a sense of humor. They say, Linda, what did you see in Frank's? I don't know, but I used to be very nearsighted. Now, Linda and I get along well, which is a very funny way of keeping me in line. She goes, Frank, if you give me a hard time, I will give you a hard time. Before I met Linda, I've had nothing but psychotic ex-girlfriends.
Oh.
And things actually worked out with one of them until it ended kind of abruptly. I gave her a ring, and she gave me the finger. And before I met Linda, I did
I like
terrible
that
with
one.
pickup- Before I met Linda, I did terrible with pickup lines. I said to women, I'm a famous chess player. Really? Yes. I'm looking to meet a woman to make some moves on. Like at my age, I do far better at chess than I do with women. It's easier to get mated.
Wow.
I was thinking of getting screwed. I recently bought a TV. 50-inch TV for $470. It didn't sound too bad. That's pretty reasonable. But then they wanted $200 to deliver the TV, $150 for the TV stand, $150 to assemble the TV stand, $100 to put the new TV on the new TV stand, $50 to remove the old TV from the old TV stand, and $50 to recycle the TV. So I asked them, "You think you give me a package deal?" "Sure. How about Netflix and Hulu for $60 a month?" I said, "You think you could do better than that?" He goes, "Okay, $100 a month."
Wow.
Now, I got rid of one of those old tube TVs. For those who know too young to know what they are, think of a flat screen TV with a big fat butt behind it. But the first time I saw it, I thought it was pregnant. And nobody would take it. I called Goodwill, they wouldn't take it. I called Habitat for Humanity, they wouldn't take it. And I called the Joe Biden Foundation. First person says, "I don't know what kind of TV that is." Second person says, "I don't know if we take it or not." Third person finally said, "How about we'll give it to the Taliban?"
Wow.
I got a lot of, I'm sorry to come with Joe Biden jokes. I had a bunch of Trump jokes, but now it's Biden's taking over. He's doing a good job at it, unfortunately. I'm disappointed, actually. Now, they say it's a smart TV. I figured out why. Every time I cough, the TV goes on. Every time I sneeze, the TV goes off. Every time I fart, the TV goes on and off. In fact, I fart so often, I thought my TV was talking to me in Morse code. And they say it's an LCD TV. They might as well call it an OCD TV. Every time I have an OCD incident, the TV says, "Frank, you had enough sex for the month already."
Oh,
All right, don't rub it in. And well, speaking of this isn't being posted anywhere, right? You're not posting this anywhere, right?
I am.
You are?
Hmm.
Oh, did you not? I don't like posting political stuff, so if you don't mind not posting this section, if that's okay.
Let me pause it.
Right? Say comments like, "How come this guy isn't way ahead in comedy? It's all political." That's the real reason, but that's another story.
Ooh.
As long as I make
So
people laugh.
where can we find you on YouTube?
You got my video. My link is there. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Comedy channel. Yeah, check it out. Like them. Tell people this guy is the greatest. Check him out. He should be on late night TV. Yeah, just butter me up a little bit.
Okay. I'll be sure to do that. I think I'm following you already, but I'll be sure
Okay.
to leave a comment
Yeah,
or
no
two.
problem. Okay.
Support. Hilarious. Okay. So what do we have next? So now let's do the shoom shoom round. Okay, so for those of you who have not been here before, the shoom shoom round is the round where we do everything quickly. So if you have a quick piece, drop your name in the chat and let's get it going. And don't forget to follow Frank on YouTube, okay? All right. And our co-host, our lovely co-host, Chanson, follow him on, what platforms are you on, Chanson?
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Facebook, Twitter, IG, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay, so all the platforms.
Yes. Yes. And I also have 3 books. I also have 3 books on sale on Amazon. So
Yeah.
I can post my link tree in the chat.
Yes, support the artists, support the cause, support the movements, support the artists with movements and causes and missions and visions. Oh yeah, Chanson is going to have a workshop December 5th.
5th, yes.
Day before your birthday, huh?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. So come through, come learn a haiku or 2 or 3, you know. Yeah, yes. What else do I need to?
You'll also be writing haiku as well. So Oh, Trisha. Trisha's in the house. Finn Bell. Um,
Hey.
at the haiku workshop, we will be talking about haiku. I'll be sharing some of my haiku, and we'll
And
be
I
writing.
will be guiding you all through a breathing exercise. I
Oh,
won't, but
And
you can.
hopefully by that time I will have broken 1900. I'm at 1816 now, so hopefully I would have gotten to 1900 by that time.
So did you just write like 20 over there on the side or what?
No, I haven't written anything yet. I haven't written
I am
anything
surprised.
earlier.
I am surprised. All right.
Desiring form decay, while the legs want to wrap around somebody new.
Is
The mind keeps on
somebody's mic?
tingling
Is somebody's
in
mic on?
places.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So shoom shoom round.
Sorry, Rayanne. Before you continue, thank you, Rayanne, for being such a gracious host, and for allowing us to be a part of this platform tonight. And also thank you, Terry Rose, for your awesome feature that you're still actually in the middle of right now. But yeah, thank you for being so awesome. Um, we are truly appreciative of you. So continue to let your light shine.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can I read my thank you poem in the middle right now? 'Cause
Yes.
some of the people are here now.
Yes. Do it.
Here we
Do
go.
it.
Here we
Let
go.
me, let me make sure we're
Thank-
recording. We are. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for this feature. I want to thank Chanson for being a supportive friend and words of encouragement when I get down on myself for lack of confidence in the writing ability. I want to thank LKN for giving me the will to get up on Saturday mornings to join the poetry groups on Zoom and working on my craft. I want to thank Ed Potastic for coming and getting me after a bad experience in one of these rooms. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I don't know if you would be hearing from me anymore. I want to thank Ben for vulnerability and support and friendship when I ever had a question. I want to thank Marissa for giving me hope that I would ever be published as a writer or even interesting enough to be read. I want to thank my husband for being a support for me in all of this during the pandemic, being my partner and friend to help me from feeling so alone, and for joining me on my last minute decisions to pack a suitcase, get in the car, and go on an adventure. I want to thank my parents for loving each other long enough to conceive me and for any support that they extended to me even after the time they thought was appropriate. And lastly, I want to thank my friend Steve, who showed up in New York City and helped me navigate the subways and helped me feel safe in that unfamiliar environment. And for all who accompanied me on the New York City Wild Poet Project.
Whoop, whoop. Yes.
What the co-host says. Woo woo.
Woo! Go Terry.
That was
Yes.
awesome.
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 Awesome. We're just happy to have you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Happy
Yes.
to be here. Happy to be here.
So what are we gonna do now, co-host? Hit up the list.
Yes. If you want to perform, please put your name in the chat. And we will call on you based on who we see first. So whoever, we'll call in order of what we see in the chat. I believe Cynthia put her name in first. And then, we'll go from there.
Okay.
Working and finding my stuff. Give me a second. Working in a couple of devices. When the stars shift. I don't think I shared this earlier, but if I did, stop me. Because this was very recent. Since about a year ago, October of 2020. Indeed, my spiritual birthday matches that of my late husband's corporeal birthday here on Earth. Since about a year ago, I have been living a charmed life, living into the light, practicing the teachings of Sukyo Mahakari, raising my hand and giving light to others, which, by the way, is always free. You cannot use that word in emails. Whoops. Sorry. Where they throw you into spam, but indeed, the divine light is free. We are not allowed to charge. If you want to feed me when I happen by, I might not refuse. Light sessions last anywhere from 7 to 10 up to 40 to 50 minutes. You may or may not notice any change immediately, but after I got my spiritual amulet, my Omitama, my book was scheduled to have a staged reading. Sorry, I'm editing as I go. To have a staged reading in Los Angeles. And last week, get this, I walked away from a brand new $1,500 laptop in the Denver airport this week, and it's coming back to me. I paid less than $32 yesterday, and it should be here tomorrow. Woo!
Woo!
And I will have it in hand, I think, yes, by Tuesday next week. Well, that was written a couple of days ago. So, yep, that's my shum shum. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Domo, you.
Cynthia. Sorry. Where did I
Oh,
meet
you-
Cynthia? I met Cynthia at Fincabulary's open mic, actually. And
Was
I
it?
think so. I think so. And I think I had dropped in the chat that I was looking for an editor. Or I think I said it.
Ah, yes, and I hopped on that like
And we've been tight
live
ever
on,
since.
yes.
We've been tight ever since. It feels like yesterday, but
I'm
it was
waiting
like,
for your next book.
oh my goodness. So yeah, shout out to Fincabulary for stopping by and for hosting an amazing open mic that connects
absolutely.
amazing artists, you know, or amazing people with people, normal, regular people, like myself, you know. Yeah, so shout out to all y'all. Yes. All right.
Domo, are you here? I would love to hear from you. I haven't heard your magical voice in a while, so.
Hey, Damo. I met Damo at Fincabulary as well.
Yeah, she is so amazing.
She is. I think she was singing, writing, painting, doing everything all at once.
Probably. I have to find something, I guess, then. Yeah, I'm at school doing work. I just came to support Terri. But let's find something to read, I guess.
I'm so happy to hear your voice right now. Like,
Uh,
haven't heard from you in a while, so.
Right?
it's been busy with school, so.
I understand college life. I understand.
Yeah,
What are you studying, Damo?
civil engineering.
Oh, wow. Shoot.
Yeah.
Of course. I don't even know what that is. Shoot.
Building bridges and highways.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Thank you, Cynthia. You're like the
Right.
only person who knew in my life so far.
I know now,
It
though.
pays to get old.
I know now.
Okay, so my
Appreciate it
shum
in you.
shum, is that what it's called?
Shoom,
Yeah.
shoom.
Alright, so my shum shum is called legs. Let me get back to it. Observe the spider's broken frame, the quick bend of truths down lonely lanes, Notice the distance between family called friends. Watch as the lost bloodlines begin to end. Lost men in unsewn clothing. See seams rip. Strip cloth from memory. Remember me as a ghost. Always there, but never seen. Always dreamed of inclusion. Illusion of trust, of love. Lost in the social bug. Never saw binding webs. Silk coiled around lips and legs, always bow to collective desire. Slowly grind out, slut for hire, twisted ways to seem fit, legs slender, enough to draw throat to slit. Blood oozes as entangled web, never notice the red that shed. Lips locked with black widow's jaw, crawl closer with gaping awe. Love lust, get lost in sus intent, commitment being the last signature for lament. Thank you.
Who was that last speaker? She didn't show up on my screen.
Hmm?
Well, what's your name?
My name is Damo Beth.
Can I get your contact information in the chat, please?
You
Thank
have
you.
my contact information, Cynthia.
I'm sure I've lost it again. Hello, if you know Cynthia, you know I've lost it.
I put it in the chat.
I'm sorry. Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Thanks, Terry.
You guys are all awesome. Quick plug. So who has an event coming up? Drop it in the chat. We would love to support. Yeah, let us know. Let us know about your events, your upcoming events, and how we can support you. If you have a YouTube channel, what else do we have as artists? Instagram, of course, yes. I'm sure Chance On is following you guys all. I don't have an IG. We don't have an IG. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, drop the link. Let us know when your next event is so we can come pop in and snap our fingers. Okay. So who do we have next?
Let's see. Nobody's put a name in the chat.
All right.
But I can always share, but I didn't want to hog the mic, so.
Come on, share. We want to hear you.
Right.
Okay, so I have. May I share 5 haiku?
Mm-hmm. So nice. He's not here, so you got so I think you'd be all right.
Okay, so these 5 are they represent different emotions that I feel during the day sometimes. So haiku, so uninspired. Sometimes I wish I could sleep to wake up no more. Haiku, hoary locks shine through. Wisdom's crown jewels polished and looks distinguished. Haiku, feeling oh so sad. You ask why? I know not why. Dark clouds loom above. Haiku, I'm a word junkie in Poets Anonymous. I can't stop writing. And the last one, let's poet and chill. Love notes scribbled on your lips and read by your tongue. Thank you.
Woo! All right.
I was muted. I was wooing, but I was muted. Woo! Because I was trying to get the information to put in the chat too, because it's somewhere else.
You have an event coming up?
Yes, I have. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I have the scheduled release and then the actual release party for that erotic book that is a compilation of 30 writers is on December 4th at 12 p.m. Mountain Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I have a feature coming up on They Call Me Mitch on November 19th at 10 p.m. And there's other things in the works, but I don't have exact dates yet. So
Awesome.
I actually have a funny story. On Halloween, I dressed up as Wonder Woman, and I was in one of the rooms where you were asked to wear a costume, and I actually won a prize, and the prize was a feature. So that feature, we haven't worked it out yet. So that's the one with PGN. That's going to be interesting because I know everybody at the PGN network. They're all the same people that I'm in all the rooms with. So it was pretty cool.
Nice. Nice.
And
Okay.
I'm putting it in the chat now.
Perfect. Chanson, are you going to go to the one on December 5th? No, 4th. 4th.
I should be, yes.
Dope. Just volunteering you, huh?
Well, I'm usually at like Bottoms Up or Haven on those days.
Nice. All right. Does anyone else want to do another poem before we have Terri close us out? How y'all feeling? Okay. On that note, Terri, take it away.
Okay. I was going to read this one. I'm going to read the dress part 2. This is about a wedding dress that I found in a bin in front of a storage place that was cleaning out their storage, and I actually used it to get married in. So, yes. So this is part 2. Today was my 3rd year wedding anniversary. I had an idea. I have been losing some weight, and I wanted to see if I could zip that dress up yet, because I couldn't zip it up on the day of my wedding. So I was still 3 years later, still trying to see if I could zip this dress up. So taking the zippered protective garment bag down from the hook on my closet door, I carefully laid it on the bed and sized up the competition. I began to gently take it out of the, can you mute this, please? I began to gently take it out of its 3-year home, and I had the vision of my leaving it as it was already zipped, and perhaps this time I could enter from the bottom and wriggle it down once I got my arms through the top. Slowly moving through the insides of the taffeta and mesh, I began to lose my ability to breathe. I began to ponder my dilemma. Should I get stuck in the coffin of a gown? I did not proceed any further from this point because I was beginning to feel like I was going to black out. I began to back out the way I entered through the undercarriage of this impossible dream. I considered another way to outsmart the unforgiving satin wrapping. I decided to use the same approach when a pair of jeans are denying my fullness. I lay on my bed with the corset pulled up over my rib cage, and I challenged my rib cage to contract. At last, it was closed, but admittance was not granted to my 2 luscious mounds, which were still not enclosed. No amount of twisting and pulling would transport me fully into this flying death trap. This dress should have come with a warning label. Do not use this as a toy. Suffocation possible. Please give me oxygen. But today, I am breathlessly happy and excited to say that mission was accomplished. Box checked off. Why do I torture myself this way? My friend says it's because I'm crazy.
Huh.
So yes.
I don't know.
Did you say coffin of a gown?
I said probably. Hang on.
That was hot. That was hot. That was really like I saw. That was good imagery right there.
Yes.
That was good imagery.
I have another. You like sensory? I have a sensory poem.
Mm.
This is good. Apple pie, aftershave cologne, peony petals, lilac, coffee, chocolate chip cookie, trash needs to go out, musty smells of sweaty bodies, fresh linens, bleach from cleaning, soap and sink, mint of toothpaste, dog poop, salty air of beach, passerby smoking, fast food smell of restaurant. I remember the way the house used to fill up with the perfume of cinnamon, apples, and baked crust of mom's pies on Thanksgiving. Even better to savor a forkful right out of the oven. I remember my grandfather's Old Spice aftershave lotion he put on after the careful ritual of de-soaping and using straight razor on his bristly beard to cleanly shave his face. The strong variations of summer, winter, spring, fall, seasonal fragrances that I want to contain and concentrate to wear like clothing. Peony petals, the elixir of the gods. Lilac intoxicating me to pray for them to bloom and grieve when they skip a year. Coffeeaholic, my new addiction, becoming a snob about it, relishing the places where I can get my fix. Chocolate chip cookie melts in my mouth, coating my tongue with warm sweetness. The smell of day-old garbage, there is nothing pleasant or good about it except for a sensual notification that it's time to go. A reminder to take it out. The musty odor of you gets to be too much after 2 days without a shower. Fresh linen surrounds my anxious body, comforting my soul, calming my nerves. The bleaching of everything to kill the invaders, whether it be vermin or microscopic, is an unpaid but welcome security guard. The soap in the sink, though scummy, can also be a welcome reminder of cleanliness being next to godliness. The minty smell of peppermint in my garden reminds me of welcome, burning out the germs in my mouth in the morning toothbrushing ritual. My dog poops. She is healthy and happy as long as she gets to poop. At the beach, my favorite place, because it is where my soul gets to rest in the warm, salty air, moisturizing my being. When at the beach or a restaurant or a bar or a park or pretty much anywhere, there are people. A passerby will be smoking and it will trigger me. There is nothing more persistent than the odor of fast food permeating my hair, skin, clothes, nostrils. It is a horrendous, unwelcome stench which lingers on until said victim enters a shower and vigorously scrubs with an equally strong scent to abolish its presence. Flip side, is there anything more pleasing to the nostrils as some freshly cooked fries from McDonald's when hankering for some grease? Fast food frenzy. Did everybody leave? Did I get tired?
Fast food frenzy.
Yes, that was hot. That was good.
I think I chased people out with that one.
Not at all. Well, that concludes our open mic for the night. Thank you guys all for joining. Thank you to our
Thank you.
Yes, to our amazing feature. Can you guys
Yes.
take your mics off mute and give it up for our amazing feature for the night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Terri Rose, awesome.
Thank you.
All right. On that note,